Good morning, everybody. I want to do a quick and effective market update on Bitcoin and some other pairs. And as I said in our last video, we broke monthly market structure. So you can see here from the top down, this is our monthly market structure, 2 candles up, 2 candles down. We broke it with a decent displacement candle here. We took the low on July monthly opening candle, and now we are seeing a push up. This is actually nothing special. You can see we had a period of a long move up, a fast move down. We took out a major liquidity point here, then we took it out again and again, and now we are seeing, well, I I would say some relief to the upside, like 7%, and everybody's getting bullish again. And yeah, what I actually, and here we have to make a difference between what I want to see to enter trade and what I expect that happens, okay? So most of the time I'm talking through the lens of this needs to happen for me to enter a trade, okay? So for me personally, to enter a trade, I would need some retracement back down. Then I would enter on this leg, putting my stop loss below this low, targeting this high. And this, as I said, can maybe go into, if it takes time to go up, this can go into a distribution, and this was purely just a monthly open manipulation like this one here. We opened May here, we pushed up the first 8 days, and then we went slowly down, and then we fall off the cliff, okay? And this is a typical playbook. As you can see here, the monthly open of June opens, straight move down, consolidation for the rest of the month. So what is it that unlikely that July pushes up and then we get the consolidation here from the rest of the month? August opens and pushes price down. It is at least a playbook that I'm monitoring for a potential scalp here on Bitcoin. I'm looking at this demand zone here, so we can use this, and this is liquidity point, okay? So a retracement, no financial advice obviously, but a retracement, and I don't want something like this. I want some, and with the weekend ahead of us, we maybe get some slower price action, and we trade the Monday pivot here. So often Monday, Tuesday is a pivot for the week, and if we set the low of the week on Monday, Tuesday, this is likely the weekly low, and we can expect moves up for the rest of the week, okay? But we have to see what today happens. Let me see. So Asia was a consolidation, New York just a buy to sell, okay, London did a bit. So it is fine if London is a bit aggressive and New York pushes up again, and then we get the consolidation over the weekend, and then here the Monday push up. So we can actually connect the highs here, okay? This is what needs to happen. If it goes down now, this is way too sharp, and the idea could be getting invalidated here, okay? But this is a very nice trade that I'm monitoring, and this is in confluence with USDT. So you can see it is some sort of a distribution. It is not that clean as Bitcoin because we are leaving the highs here. We did not took it out. with this candle here, as you can see. So on this chart, I would prefer a move up again, take out these highs and then go down. But yeah, basically we have here some sort of a supply zone that is in confluence with Bitcoin. And yeah, this is not that clean, I have to admit, but it is USDT, so it can be a bit ugly. It's no problem. But yeah, okay, this will do its job. So a move up here on the weekend, mitigating supply, break structure, continue lower, and then continue the bullish momentum, taking out all, let me see, taking out all this all-time high liquidity. This will be taken out like these here, and then we have to see what happens next. Okay. On ETH, nothing special. This is an SMT here, so ETH did not take out this low here. Bitcoin did it, and now it's getting the move up. If we really want to be a bit bullish, you can look at this here, but for this to be a proper range, for me personally, I want this move inside of the range, okay? And here some sort of a demand creation that price can come back into for the move up and then continue lower. I still think this is the low for the lower low, and this can be the high for the higher low, okay? So lower low, higher low, and then lower low again. This is my expectation, okay? For me to get a trade, this needs to happen. Some sort of a PI creation, liquidity creation, a nice break of structure, and then push up, okay? I like my entries refined and specific with a specific invalidation. I don't like to enter here, put my stop loss here, and target I don't know what here, for example. This is not my style. On XRP is the same. Here we had a local, or here we have a local potential play. So this is what I mean on ETH, for example. So you can use this as extreme liquidity, for example. And if, well, this supply is nothing, okay? I just put it there, but if we get it, it can get a rejection and do something like this, okay? And then you can see this looks clean, okay? And this could have follow through. This could squeeze or just complete the local model and leave this liquidity for later, okay? Solana, or you can see it had a bigger move. It front ran my liquidity point, so yeah, happens. I would probably not be interested in this anymore. If it does something like this, then maybe then you can see we have the liquidity built up. But here this was very fast, okay? You have some liquidity here, we pushed up, and I wanted to see some local ranging formation here, and then the move down, okay? That you create some ranging price behavior after getting back inside of the range. So if we get it here and then we move down slowly, then okay, but this is not really in confluence with Bitcoin, because the distance here is way less than the distance here. Okay, I liked Sui here. It got a very narrow model 1 with a test here, no entry for me. I would like to take out these liquidity points here and then enter. Yeah, okay. Paper was clean, but never went for a third tap here. Already completed the local model, but this can actually have follow through. Okay, so you can see this is at the lowest from the lowest, and I would expect this demand to do something. If not, this is going to die off, but it's a very interesting point at the chart where you should pay attention. And if you get a play like this, we are talking about 3-4x, and this can squeeze easily. And if you get in with leverage, yeah, don't make me hyped up here. At the last video I went over hype, and yeah, I want to monitor it. So this range is invalidated. Why? Because the time displacement between tab 1 and 2 is now less than the potential tab 3. This is not even developed. Okay, so what I want to see now, I want to see what this range does. So it is compressing, and often if we are compressing, price moves aggressively. Okay, so when it goes down, I would pull my range from this low to this high, and then look for something like this. And this can be, yeah, if you know now what I want to say, you are a bit advanced. Be proud of yourself. This can be the low from the potential distribution range. Okay, and then you can see we have some sort of a topping formation. But yeah, I don't know if Bitcoin really wants to bottom out in 2, 3, 4 months. I don't know, man, if this really distributes, or maybe even distributes locally, take out the liquidity, and then forms. If you paid attention to the last video, this can be the lower high, higher low, I mean. This can be the higher low for the higher high. Okay, so this can distribute, no problem, only with the purpose to take out liquidity and then continue higher. Okay, what is doing the EC? It completed the accumulation that I talked about in the last video. As you can see, technical target got hit. I don't trade this pair, but pretty nice to see. So now, if you paid attention, this can be a fake break for a higher time frame potential range. So this is what we need to monitor now. Okay, so it would be nice to now see something like this, and this can be, or this can have a more substantial move. I would say if we break out this potential range here, we take out these highs here, and then we are not far away from these highs. Okay, but I'm not good at price predictions and extending targets. I only trade local models, and if it's a macro model, like on, let's say, where do I have it? Let's say here on Tau, if it's a macro model like Tau, as you can see, I still want my local model somewhere. Or if I really want to get involved, you can put limits at specific points that you want to get hit, and then think about, okay, if you are going to play it like this and you want to risk a specific amount, then risk it with a invalidation like 30-50%, whatever, and then you play it with your position size, and yeah, but the RR would be less. So I would prefer a local model, and this is what often happens at pivots. So you go down and you form some sort of a bottoming formation, and this is where I want to get involved and have a 1-3% stop loss size. Okay, or let's say 5%, no problem, and then get my 60 RR on a macro play like this. This is what I like. Okay, 16 minutes deep. I'm trying to make the videos shorter, so because I jab too much. But yeah, I think this quick update was helpful. If so, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and if you want me to do TA on some pairs, just tell me. I also do different. I do Nasdaq and Forex, etc. I'm dipping my fingers in Nasdaq just because it's interesting to me, but yeah, that's for some other time. Thanks for your attention. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great end of the week. Stay sharp, stay grateful, set your alerts, have the same TL like me, and let's crush the markets. Have a nice weekend. Bye.